Good afternoon and welcome. My name is Rabbi Shlomo Nathanson, and thank you for joining us here today on Docklands TV. Today marks a bit of a bounce back from 6 days ago, which was the Tisha B'Av, known as the saddest day in the Jewish calendar. Today, Tu B'Av, the 15th day of Av, is a day celebrated for many different occasions, described in Talmud and different scriptures, of events that took place over history after an extreme downfall and a decrease in happiness. There were events that brought things back up, and today marked the day for many of those events. One particularly had to do with marriage. There were many engagements and marriages that were made. The Talmud relates of the girls of Jerusalem who would go out and find their matches today. So a very happy occasion, which reminds me, of course, of the story where the young groom, a day before his wedding, approaches the rabbi and he says, "Rabbi, you're going to be officiating tomorrow and we're all excited, but there's something that's bothering me I need to talk to you about." He says, "I know that in your spiel, in your talk that you give under the chuppah, under the wedding canopy, you speak of, the 10 Commandments, of how you have to be loyal to your wife, and all the things we read about, not to covet your friend's wife, and all these things." He says, "Listen, it's a bit outdated, it's something of the past, and if you would kindly skip it out tomorrow at the ceremony." And he slips him a sizable envelope, and the deal is made. And everyone's happy. Well, the next day, standing under the canopy alongside his wife-to-be, the rabbi is doing his thing and this and that, and turns to the groom and says, "And to the groom I say, do you accept upon yourself to be loyal and committed to your wife, and to be there for her at all times, and not to deviate from the marriage in any way, shape, or form, and even more than that, not to even lay your eyes on another woman for the rest of your life?" So the groom made a quick decision. There's many people around, he didn't want to embarrass himself, and of course he nods his head in agreement, and the marriage is made. Well, at the ceremony, he discreetly makes his way over to the rabbi and says, "Rabbi, I thought we had a deal." And the rabbi says to him, "Well, we did have a deal, but your bride came with a bit of a higher bid, so what can we do?" But jokes aside, talking about marriage, of course there's in marriage two essential points. There's the commitment and of course the love. And it's an age-old discussion between what we read in the books and what we are told. Which one comes first? Which one's more important? Of course, there's the commitment in marriage where we're there for each other, the husband for the wife and the wife for the husband, through thick and through thin. And the love, which is the colorful, the excitement, the feeling, everything that marriage is known for, why a single man, why a bachelor will leave being a bachelor and a bachelorette will leave being a bachelorette, for that fireworks and feeling of the marriage. But which one brings on the other? And the Torah, of course, tells us that the commitment has to be there first. In fact, the form of marriage back in the day was that there was a commitment for a year, and only then did they go and live together. But of course, society today tells us quite different. It's common practice and feeling to get to know someone, live together perhaps for a number of years through different scenarios and situations, and only then make the commitment. So it's a difficult side to argue, but I believe the proof is in the pudding. We know that marriages that are based specifically on love, there are different situations that life could bring forward that the love could be wavered. And it is specifically the commitment that the marriage is built on, the unconditional commitment that keeps the marriage strong. So let us reflect on that a little bit today, when today carries that message, and take some energy and inspiration from that, and hopefully that will enlighten us in future decisions and outlooks in life. Thank you for joining us today, and please do come along and see us next week, same time, same place.